chores. It's something I get asked a lot. So I want to give you some good news to start with. The research is really strong that the children who tend to do chores regularly during their childhood turn out to be better human beings who are much easier to live with. Wow, that's great news. So how do we get them started on it? How do we do it without endless shouting and nagging? And how do we do it in a way that is a positive experience for our families? First tip is start young. And age appropriately, we'll gradually encourage our kids to take on more things. But when they're little, often toddlers want to help. So the notion of helping us be grown-ups is where we start. And that notion of, again, helping each other because we're part of a family. Remember, so the whole thing secretly underneath is chores are not so much about controlling your children's behaviours and their choices. It's about teaching that cooperation is actually what makes lives happier for everybody. So start early, see what they can do, and then every now and then we have to step back. It doesn't have to be completed perfectly when they're little. As we're heading into our primary school years, obviously we've got to fit chores in around other sorts of commitments, and that can be a bit tricky. So I really encourage the family meeting, have a big piece of paper, work out which chores need to be done by the children and work out which of the children are able to do which ones, and then have a look at rotating. Where do we fit them? How often do we do them? Because it's got to be fair. We don't want anyone doing more chores than anybody else. That's a really big part of having children cooperate around chores. So the next one is make sure when you've got that worked out, you have a very clear list on the fridge, because seriously, that will stop a lot of the fighting. Very clear list. And if a child needs to negotiate a different time or a different chore, they can either go to one of their siblings or they can come to you. But seriously, the idea is everybody does chores because that's how our family works. And no, you're not being paid to do chores, as this is what we do because we live together. And it's about sharing the things that aren't always as much fun to do. Now, I do love the idea of tying in some fun with them. So you could do dress-ups to do clean-ups. Sometimes in our home, it might be a Saturday morning blitz, which was seriously had to clean absolutely everything. It was vacuums going and everything cleaned up, rooms cleaned up, everything cleaned up. And then I'd take them out for breakfast because hunger was driving that. Really good idea, that one. We need them as they get older to be able to have some autonomy around the time they do their chores. So sometimes if it's not really suiting them first thing in the morning, who does? Can they make sure that they have, do you want to do the dishes now when you got home from school, or do you want to do that just before dinner? So a little bit of autonomy can help teens around chores. And remember, the most important thing is this what we do because we're a family. If they would like to earn some money from doing some extra chores, that's a fabulous idea. Make sure it's a really good hour-long task, sweeping the driveway, cleaning windows, because we want them to know that you can earn money for special things. You just have to put some effort in so that you don't just get handed it. Chores are a part of living together in families, and our kids need to know we're all part of a team. We've all got a role to play and we all matter. We are all in this together as a family. I hope that gives you a few clues on getting those chores working in your home.